Hello everyone, this is M. Nagatriveni working as assistant professor in CSC department at St. Martin's Engineering College. Today I would like to discuss about string handling functions. So here is our topic. First of all, what is a string? A string is nothing but it is a collection of characters enclosed within double quotes. Characters may be alphabets, digits or any special symbols enclosed within double quotes. For example, here before going to discuss about string, we have to know the definition of character. A character is nothing but it is a sequence of characters enclosed within single quotes. For example, alphabets, A is enclosed in single quotes, or 1 is enclosed in single quotes, or any special symbols enclosed in single quotes. It is nothing but character. String is nothing but it is a sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes. For example, ABC enclosed within double quotes, or 1, 2, 3 enclosed within double quotes, or @ any special symbol enclosed within double quotes is known as string. Here is the difference between character and a string. A character is nothing but it may be alphabets or digits or any special symbols enclosed within single quotes is known as character. A string is nothing but it is a collection of characters, that characters may be alphabets or digits or any special symbols enclosed within double quotes is known as string. So now we can clearly discuss about how string is declared and how string is initialized. So the declaration for a string is data type, array name and size. Here data type for string is char and array name we are taking as s, and size, maximum size, how many elements we can store in that string. Suppose for example char s of 10. Hello. Here char is the data type used to store string, and size 10 is the maximum size of the array. In this array we can store maximum 10 characters, below 10 characters also we can store. So next, initialization. Initialization is nothing but assigning values to the variables is known as initialization. Here by using assignment operator equal to, we are assigning characters A, B, C, D to the string S of character array. So whenever we have initialized character, it is mandatory to specify size of a string. So for example, a string may be alphabets or digits or any special symbols enclosed within double quotes is known as string. Declaration. For declaration, the general syntax is data type, array name, size. Within the braces we have to mention the size of array, ends with semicolon. For example, char is the data type used to declare string and a character. S of 10. Here S is nothing but array name. S is nothing but array name, and char is the data type. Here char is the data type. S is the name of array, and 10 is the maximum size of an array. 10 characters we can store in this array, S of 10. Next one is initialization. How to initialize a string? Initialization. Initialization is nothing but assigning values to the variables is known as initialization by using equal to operator. Equal to is an assignment operator. So the general syntax for initialization is data type, array name equal to value. This is the general syntax for initialization. For example, data type for string is char s of 10. This is called as initialization. In this, we can store characters. Hello. This is one example, or one more example we can consider char s of 10. Here, we are not mentioning size of the character array because based on the assigned values or assigned character, compiler will count how many characters assigned, that is the memory will be assigned to that character by the compiler automatically. Based on the characters assigned, compiler is going to count all the characters and it gives the size of the memory. There are in C we are having 5 string handling functions. Mainly we are having 5 string handling functions. First one is string length, second one string copy, third one string comparison, fourth one string concatenation, and fifth one string reverse. And fifth one is string reverse. These all string handling functions will be available in string.h header file. All the string functions will be available in string.h header files. All these header files will be available in system library. All these header files will be available in system library. If you are using any of these string handling functions like string length, string copy, string comparison, string concatenation or string reverse, we have to include string.h header file in our program. So, let us discuss each and every string handling functions briefly. Okay, let's go with string length. strlen. strlen is nothing but this function is used to find out the length of the string. This function is used to find out the length of the string. For example, the general syntax for finding using string length is data type strlen of string. Ends with semicolon. This is the general syntax used to find out length of a string. Here, for example, int strlen of sr, you can declare str. For example, char s of 10. I am giving value HELLO, hello. Now it is going to find out length of a string. strlen of s. S is nothing but it is a string. Assigned characters are hello. Now strlen function, what it is going to do means it will count all the characters present in the string. HELLO. The base address of H is S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. So, here it is going to count each and every character and returns the integer numerical value. So, here we are giving int data type, hello, H1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gives the output 5. It is going to give the output as 5. So, let us see with the program. Hash include stdio.h. Why we are including this header file means in C program we are going to use printf and scanf function. Without printf, at least without printf, we are not going to write C program. So if you are using printf or scanf function in our program means must and should we have to include stdio.h header file. Means std stands for standard, I for input, O for output. Input function is nothing but scanf, output function is nothing but printf. at least one printf we are going to use in our C program. So every C program must contain stdio.h header file. Why? Because means at least one printf statement we are writing in our C program. So to print simple text message also we have to use at least one printf. If printf we are using means in our program we have to include stdio.h header file. So now our program is to find out length of a string. So hash include stdio.h. Next one, hash include string.h. Why I am using string.h means I am using string handling function which is available in string.h header file. So every C program starts with main function and execution begins with opening brace. Now I want to declare string char. The data type used to declare string is char data type. So we have to use char of maximum size we have to mention. Here I am taking character array of size 10. Okay. Now I want to initialize characters at runtime. So I want to use getS or print scanf function. Printf enter a string. Printf enter a string. Through keyboard I want to enter a string means we have to use either getS function or scanf function. The difference between getS and scanf we can discuss in the next program. Percentage S. Then now what we have to do? We have to find out the length of the string. So here I am declaring int L. L equal to strlen of S. Strlen of S. Here why I am using int L means here it is this strlen function is going to return the value integer numerical value. So we have to use int data type. So whatever the value stored in L must be printed. So we have to print the value by using printf %d comma L. Now it is going to print the value. See the output now. So it is going to print enter a string. It is going to print enter a string. By seeing this text message, we can get to know we have to provide or we have to enter a string through keyboard. So I am entering the string welcome. I am entering the string welcome. After entering welcome, it is string length function is going to count how many characters present in that string. It is going to count how many characters present in that string. String length function is going to count the characters present in the string and it is going to display the output as 7. So the 7 will be stored in L, variable L. So now whatever the variable value stored in L must be printed by using printf function. So L equal to 7. By using %d, we have to print the L value. Why we are writing %d means whatever the value stored in L must be printed. By using %d, we have to print. This is about string length function. Next function is strcpy. strcpy function. This function is used to copy source string to the destination string. This function is used to copy source string to the destination string. While copying, one thing we have to remember, the length of the destination string must be greater than or equal to source string. For example, the general syntax for string copy is char strcpy of destination string comma source string, destination string comma source string. While copying, one thing we have to remember, what is that? while copying, the length of the destination string must be greater than or equal to source string. This is the general syntax for declaring a string. For example, char, I am declaring a of 10 equal to hi, char b of 10 equal to hello. So, two character arrays I have taken. One is, so for copying only one character array is the, okay, and next one simply I am declaring char b of 10. I am not initializing this character, simply I am leaving it. So, by using string copy function strcpy, I have to copy the content present in A into B. So, we have to write B comma A. Then, we have to print by using printf function. This is an example. Here, let us prove with the program. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h. So, for copy function, we have to declare two characters first. Main function, every C program starts with main function. Void main I am writing. Why? Because here we are not returning any value from calling function to called function. So, I have to write void. So, char a of 10. A of 10 I am taking as hi, char b of 10. Okay, simply I have declared the b character array. So, here we have discussed char a of 10 equal to hi, and simply next character we have declared char b of 10. Now, by using string copy function strcpy of b comma a, means whatever the character we have declared in A will be copied to B by using strcpy function. So, D equal to strcpy. So, whenever after copying, we have to check whether the string is copied perfectly or not. So, we have to print B. Then it gives the output. Hi. It is going to give the output hi. Next function is strcmp. strcmp is nothing but string comparison. strcmp is nothing but string comparison. In string comparison, what it is going to means it compares two strings. It is going to compare two strings. It compares two strings. See here, this function compares two strings and it returns ASCII characters, ASCII difference between first two non-matching characters. ASCII is nothing but it is going to ASCII is nothing but American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Here, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Now, whenever we are comparing two characters, it takes the ASCII difference. It takes the ASCII difference between two non-matching characters. It gives the ASCII difference between two non-matching characters. Two non-matching characters. See here, if the difference is equal to 0, then we can say that string 1 equal to string 2. If the difference is positive integer, we can say that string 1 is greater than string 2. If the difference is negative integer, we can say that string 1 less than string 2. Here is the program. So, for comparison, we have to declare char a of 10 equal to there, char b of 10 equal to there. Then, now see by how it is going to compare means, it is going to compare by taking two non-matching characters. It is going to compare by taking two non-matching characters. T, H, E, R, E. Second one is T, H, E, I, R. This is there and this is there. These two, it compares character by character. Both characters are equal. Here also both characters are equal. Here also both characters are equal. Here both are non-matching characters. In alphabetical order, R comes last, means R is having highest numerical value than compared to I. So we can say that string 1 greater than string 2. We can say that string 1 greater than string 2. So string 1 greater than string 2. Then after strc, next one is, here is the program. First we have to take two character arrays A of 10, B of 10 to compare. We will get one numerical value that is stored in D. We have to compare D. If D equal to 0, we can say that A is equal to B. Else, if D greater than 0, we can say that string 1 greater than string 2. If else this condition is also false, then we can say that string 1 less than string 2. Then we can say that string 1 less than string 2. Next function is strcat. Strcat is nothing but it combines true strings. While combining, we have to remember one thing: the length of the source string must be greater than or equal to destination string. The general syntax is strcat of destination string comma source string. So see here, we have declared two arrays, char A of 10 equal to hi, char B of 10 equal to hello. strcat of A comma B means then it is going to combine both the character arrays and it gives the output as hello, good morning, or hello, hi it is going to give. Here is the program. We have to take char A of 10 equal to hello, char B of 30 equal to good morning. By using strcat function, it is going to combine hi and hello and it gives the output hello, good morning. Next function is strrev. This function is used for reversing a string. This function is used to reverse a string. The general syntax is strrev of string. For example, hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h. Every C program starts with main function and its execution begins with main program and its execution begins with main program, main function. And here we have declared char A of 10. Through keyboard I want to enter a characters through keyboard I want to enter. So for that purpose I am using getS function. GetS function, what it is going to do means it takes the values or characters, multiple number of characters it is going to take. So for example, this strrev function is going to what it is going to do means, if I am entering strrev of string, see for example I have given char A of 10 equal to Sai I have given. So I want to reverse a string, then I have to use the function strrev of string, strrev of A. So it gives the output IAS. It gives the output IAS. That is nothing but strrev function. That is nothing but strrev function. Now we have already discussed about string length, string copy, string comparison, string reverse and string concatenation. String length function is used to find out length of a string. String copy is used to copy two strings. While copying, we have to remember one thing. What is that? The length of the source string must be greater than or equal to destination string. The length of the source string must be greater than or equal to source string. See here, example program by including all the 5 functions. One is first one, hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h. Why we are including string.h means here we are using functions, string length, string copy, string comparison, string reverse. So all these functions will be available in string.h header file. So here we have taken two character arrays, char string 1 equal to bro, char string 2 equal to code. So string lower function here we are using. Converts, what string lower function is going to do means it converts the string into lowercase. What string? After converting, here it is going to print the message hello. Next, string upper. This function is used to convert uppercase, lowercase letters into uppercase by using string. Now, string strcat. Strcat is nothing but string concatenation. Here, it is going to combine string 1 data and string 2 data, and it displays hello world or bro code. Here, it is going to combine. String 1 is bro, string 2 is code. It is going to give bro code as an output. Next one is strcat. So strcat is nothing but it is going to combine two strings and gives the output. So next one is string copy. What is meant by string copy means, so one string we have to declare and second string we are keeping it as empty. Whenever we are applying string copy function, the source string will be copied into destination string. So here I have given only string 1. See here strcpy string 1 comma string 2 means it is going to give only bro as an output because only we have declared this. Second code we have not declared, simply we are keeping it as empty. Now we want to print string 2 means it gives as code. Next one is strrev. After strrev, what we have to discuss, strrev is nothing but it is going to reverse the string. Strrev function is going to reverse the string. So all the 5 functions we have covered. So next one is strrev is used to reverse a string. After reversing a string, so after seeing this, we are going to discuss with one example program. In that example, we are going to include all the 5 functions. All the 5 functions we are going to include like strlen, strcpy, strcmp, strcat. All these functions we are going to include and we are going to prove what each and every function is going to do. So we have already discussed each and every with brief example, every function with brief example. Now by including all the functions, we will write one program and see what we are going to get as an output. So hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h. Every C program starts with main function and its execution begins with opening brace. Here we are declaring 2 character arrays, char a of 10 equal to hello, char b of 10 equal to hi. Now I am declaring one more variable, int L. Whenever we are using string length, whenever we are going to use string length, that time we have to use L variable, strlen of a. So this function is used to find out length of a string. So whatever the value stored in L must be printed by using printf function. Now it gives the output. So we have written A. So it is going to count the characters present in A. H 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters. It is going to give output as 5. So if I want to count A character means I have to write down strlen of B. Then it is going to count the characters present in B string and it gives the output as 2. Okay, this is about string length. Next one function is strcpy. Strcpy is nothing but the length, whatever the value present in characters present in A will be copied to B. Now we are removing, simply we are declaring B character and we have assigned characters for A. So whenever we apply strcpy, the function is going to copy source string into destination string. Now we want to print B string. So whether it is copied successfully or not, we have to check by using this function printf. So it is going to give output as hello. So it gives the output hello. Next one is strcmp. strcmp is used to compare two strings. It is going to compare two strings hello and hi. It gives ASCII difference between two non-matching characters and it is going to give the it displays whether string 1 is greater than string 2 or not.